I am so excited to be joined today by one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, fellow Canuck, Chelsea Green. Chelsea, how are you?
Good. Thank you for having me. I'm actually in Victoria, BC right now as we speak.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Your hometown, visiting family?
Visiting family for the first time in over a year.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll be able to catch the BC Lions game this weekend. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Uh, so
You know
Liz,
what? I actually am.
yeah, amazing, amazing. I hope you've got your security around you because everyone's going to be excited for Victoria's favorite native. This is going to be fantastic. Um, we have WWE returning to Ottawa next weekend and for the Super Show. We're all very excited about that. We're going to talk about that. But before we get to that, I have to acknowledge you because your career has been nothing short of impressive. One of those careers that just shows that determination and hard work absolutely pays off. And I know that you've had different opportunities with WWE before, and you've kind of had like these starts and stops. And now over your shoulder, I love it. The tag team championship. So for people who might not be overly familiar with you, and I know this is hard to encapsulate in a few moments, tell us about your career and getting to this point.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it started in 2014 when I began training in Calgary, Alberta, Canada with Lance Storm, the infamous Lance Storm. I then was on an episode of Monday Night Raw live before SummerSlam in 2014, only 6 months after first stepping in the ring. So that was huge. I went on to try out for WWE's Tough Enough. I was there for a few weeks. I ended up traveling all over the independent scene, wrestling for a ton of amazing, amazing companies all over the world. And now, for the second time, I am back at WWE. It's been a wild ride, but I'm coming up on my ninth year of wrestling and I would not change a single thing.
Amazing, amazing. Now I have to tell you, as a lifelong fan of WWE, I love your character. Not so much. I can't say that I'm a big fan of like of Karens in general. I think Karens might be get the actual Karens might be getting a bad rap. But I think that your performance, like your personality on camera, is great. How you interact with the fans. That's something that's very difficult to do. So tell me about this Chelsea Green that we see on camera. Where did some of the inspiration for that come from? Because you've nailed it.
Oh my gosh, well, thank you. But if I'm being honest, like that side of this business comes so naturally to me. I love putting on a new mask and being a different character. And that's why in the past couple of years, I've really taken a love to acting, something that I just didn't know. And I've learned that I love through wrestling. Um, but I'm not necessarily the wrestler that's going to get in the ring and grapple and do high flying maneuvers. I'm trying to be the girl that gets in the ring and entertains you and holds your attention for that entire time that I'm in there, whether it's 2 minutes or 32 minutes, whatever it is. And that is one thing that I love about WWE is that, if whoever comes to the Super Show on August 19th, you're going to sit there and you're going to see a little glimpses of yourself in each wrestler. And there might be one that is really high flying and you love doing crazy maneuvers. There might be one that's super musical theater-esque and that's your vibe. There's just something for everyone at WWE, and that's what makes it special. Otherwise, it would be boring if we were all the same.
Absolutely. And there's absolutely nothing boring about you, my friend. So there are going to be a lot of fans jamming into the Canadian Tire Center for this event on the 19th to see many of their favorite WWE superstars. For those who've never been to a WWE event before, what would you tell them?
Well, here's the thing. We try to allow everyone to be able to come. So we have tickets on Ticketmaster starting as low as $20, going all the way up to the front row seats. That's something I love about WWE. It's very inclusive. And then, like I said, you're going to see a little bit of everyone. You're going to see possibly Cody Rhodes, maybe a little Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest. Those are two opposite superstars that we we couldn't even, compare. We couldn't put them in the same box.
Mm.
But we've got Becky and Trish and all these amazing superstars. You are going to, no matter what, you're going to find something you love in that Super Show.
No, absolutely. I think there's just something extremely special about seeing this product live. And I just think if you've never seen it before, once you go and you see it, you want to go and see it again. It's just that infectious.
It's
Um,
very hard to explain to someone who hasn't been to a wrestling show before, because you're getting everything. You are getting a live spectacle, and there's nothing that could possibly prepare you for it until you get there and you see it.
yeah, absolutely. I would be remiss if I didn't ask about your tag team partner, Sonya Deville. I had the pleasure of meeting her several years ago in Toronto at a SummerSlam event. How is she doing?
Well, she's doing amazing. I mean, as you guys know, she's a very, very strong woman. So she had surgery the other day, and she is already on the mend, already in therapy. And we are communicating every day, because that's what true tag team champions do. They stay in touch, they support each other. And when she comes back, I'm ready to have her by my side again.
I love that. I love that. Now, listen, I want to be respectful of your time, but I do want to drift into a quick, fun thing I like to call rapid fire. So I'm going to ask you some
Yes.
fun questions, just the first thing that comes to your mind. First question of rapid fire is always, what is your favorite movie of all time? And if you can't think of one, I'll accept a top three.
Harry Potter,
Harry Potter?
always.
Nice. Now, I know that previously you didn't seem to love Disney attractions as much, but spending all this time with your husband, have you opened yourself up more to the appreciation of Disney of Disney?
I love Disney. I just have to say I'm a normal Disney lover, and he's like a Disney fanatic. If I'm a 6 or 7 out of 10, he's like a 12 out of 10.
Hey, fair, fair. This might be a difficult question to answer. Looking back at your career, what's your proudest accomplishment? Is it the one sitting over your shoulder?
I mean, absolutely. How could it not be? And you know what? It's really the future accomplishment of when I hold both tag team titles over my shoulder, and I am the champion.
Love that. Love that. Do you have a dream tag team opponent?
Oh, the Bellas. Hello.
Yeah.
Always the Bellas.
Nice, nice. They wouldn't stand a chance, by the way.
No.
What would people be surprised to know about you?
Probably all the different places in the world that I've lived. I've lived in England, Australia, America, Canada. I've traveled and spent months in Japan. So just that I'm a world traveler.
Nice. Now, as my final question would be this: I've seen, and we've all seen over the past several years, the surgence and of women's wrestling. We've also seen a surge in terms of women's fans, and I don't take for granted your position as a role model in terms of a lot of the young fans going to the arena. What would you say to those young fans that look up to you in terms of like point from a point of advice for them as they're embarking or emerging on their own careers?
I think whatever you identify as, this works for anyone. There is always going to be a place for you. I don't care if you are tall, small, big, tiny, redhead, you've got no hair, whatever it is, there is always a place for you, but you have to embrace it. You cannot try to be somebody else. There's only one you. And if you truly do think, okay, I am me, I'm special, and this is what makes me special, you're always going to find success in life.
I love that, and I appreciate that. WWE superstar Chelsea Green, one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions. Thank you so much for joining me. Going to be so many fantastic superstars taking over Ottawa next weekend at the Canadian Tire Center for the WWE Super Show. Thanks again so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.